friends, welcome to the Grade 7 Student Support Program in Mathematics. In today's lesson, we are going to learn about the chapter Statistics. This chapter has been divided into 3 parts. So for the first part of today's lesson, we are going to learn about how to collect, classify, and tabulate statistical data. We will also learn how to construct and use frequency tables. So what is statistics? Statistics involves the study of data collected, its organization, its classification, its graphical display, and its interpretation. Statistics is in fact an important tool used by many people in their work or their businesses. In fact, every day we come across information presented in different forms and in different ways. Such information can be found in magazines, newspapers, social media, or different official websites. The information obtained is then presented in the forms of tables and charts. So let us look at some examples of charts. This one is an example of a pie chart. Here you have an example of a pictogram and you have an example of a bar chart. These are the different forms of representing the data graphically. But for today's lesson, we are going to consider the frequency table. So what is a frequency table? A frequency table shows the number of times, that is the frequencies, a particular observation occurs. A frequency table can be used to construct different types of charts in statistics. In fact, we construct our frequency table, and from this we can construct the different charts that you have seen earlier. Now, to be able to construct the frequency table, we make use of something which you might already be aware of, that is tally. So what is tally? For example, if I see red, I'm going to put 1 vertical bar. If I get red again, I put a second bar. Third time I see red, I put a third bar. Fourth time I get red, I'm going to put a 4th vertical bar. Now, if I see red again a 5th time, I'm not going to put a vertical bar, but I'm going to put an inclined line, as you can see here. So this is going to represent 5. Whenever you see this, you know that there are 5 of any item. For example, here we have 5 times the word red. So let us consider an example. A teacher asks the students in grade 7 Amber to choose one student to elect as class captain out of the 3 interested candidates. That is Richa, Shaheen and Anna. These are the 3 candidates who are interested to become class captain. And the votes are as follows in this table. So the students have voted and these are the votes. Now we are going to use this table to construct a frequency table. Okay, so for a frequency table, I need to put the title. That is here, election results of class captain. Now in my frequency table, the first column, I'm going to have the 3 names. The second column will be the tally. And the third one will be the frequency. Remember, the frequency is the number of times the event, the item occurs. So I'm going to read this table vertically. That is, I'm going to read it as Richa, Shaheen, and so on. Okay, so the first name is Richa. So I'm going to put a vertical bar here next to Richa. The next one is Shaheen. So I put my vertical bar next to Shaheen. Next one is Richa. So I put a second bar. Anna. So I put a bar next to Anna. Then I move to the next column. So Shaheen, Richa, I put a bar. And then I have Anna twice. So I'm going to put 2 bars next to Anna. Now in the third column, I have Richa 3 times. So I put 1. Now I already have 4, so the next one will be an inclined line. And then I have Richa again. Then I have Anna, so a 4th bar. Next column, I have Anna twice. So I put my inclined line to show that I already have 5, and Anna again. Next, Richa, Shaheen. In the last column now, I have Anna, Shaheen, and then I have Anna twice. So these are the tally that I have obtained from the table here. Now for the frequencies, we are going to count. So here this represents 5, 6, 7. So for Richa, I have 7. Shaheen, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Anna, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So this is what we call the frequency table. Now, we have to decide who to elect as class captain. So who has obtained the highest number of votes? In fact, if you look at this column, you can see that 9 is the highest value. And this corresponds to Anna. So Anna is going to be elected as class captain. Now, if ever you were also asked to elect a vice class captain, who will you select as vice class captain? So between Richa and Shaheen, who has obtained more votes? You can see that Richa has obtained 7 as compared to Shaheen, who has obtained only 4. So Richa is going to be elected as vice class captain. We now consider a second example. A teacher asks her students about the various types of transport which they use to come to school. The answers are given below. So here are the different modes of transport that the students use to come to school. So part A, construct a frequency table using the above information. And part B, which is the most common type of transport used by the students to come to school. So we have a look at the solution. So this was the information given, the data, and now we have to construct our frequency table. Remember I said we need to give a title. So the title here, frequency table, to show mode of transport. So I'm going to have a mode of transport, types of transport, the tally, and the frequency. We're going to use the tally again to construct our frequency table. So we have bus. I'm going to have one vertical bar. The next one is car. So I have car 3 times, 1, 2, and 3. In the next column now, I have car, then bus, car. So I'm going to have an inclined line, and bus. Third column, I have walking twice, so 2 bars, bus, car. Next one, motorcycle. So you can see the bar is appearing. Walking, car, then bus, again bus in the next column, car, bus, walking. In the last column now we have car, bus, and twice motorcycle. So now we look at the frequencies. For bus we have 5, 6, 7, and 8. For car, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Walking, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So for motorcycle, we have only 3. Now, the most common mode of transport used by the students to come to school, we can see the highest value is 9, and this corresponds to car. So the most common mode of transport will be car. Now you have some exercises for practice. So you've got different types of questions. The first one, a survey was carried out on the types of films that students of grade 7 read at a particular school like to watch. Part of the information is represented in the frequency table below. So if you look at this table, you have to copy and complete. So for some items, you already have a tally, you need to find the frequency. For others, you have a frequency and you need to put the tally. The second question, so you've got a table here with some values. This shows the number of copybooks that students in a class have in their bag during a particular day. So you need to construct a frequency table and then answer this question: how many copybooks do most of the students bring to school? The next question, a teacher wants to know which activity the students of grade 7 Diamond is interested in practicing. She conducts a survey and the information collected is shown below. So these are some of the activities that the students are interested in participating. And you have to construct a frequency table and answer these two questions. What is the least preferred activity and what is the most preferred activity? So you've got some questions to practice the tally. You also have 2 YouTube links on tally. These links will help you to further understand the concept of tally. You also have some interesting links for further reference. So we have now reached the end of our Statistics Part 1 program. I hope you have enjoyed it. So today we have introduced to you what is statistics, how to collect, classify, and tabulate statistical data. You have also learned how to construct and use frequency tables. And in our next video, we will learn how to construct, use, and interpret data on pictograms. So friends, do try to practice the different questions so that you understand this simple concept of tally. Until the next video, it's goodbye from me.